The Angry Dragon, chapter number 7 from your English literature book. This chapter is about a Chinese dragon who lived at the top of the mountain in a hole, and at the foot of that mountain there was a village whose people lived very happily before the arrival of the dragon, and the crops grew well there. But once this huge noisy dragon came to live in a big hole that appeared on the top of the mountain. It breathed out fire and threw up rocks from the hole. And the people in the village, they left their houses and ran away to another village till the loud continuous noise stopped. Life became very hard for villagers. The crops dried, and they did not dare to climb the mountain to find out what was wrong there. And the elders in the village warned all the children, don't go near the mountain. All the children were really scared of the noise the dragon made and stayed away. There was a girl in the village, Mei Ling, who was 5 years and 11 months old. She spent a lot of time playing in the garden by herself. She could see the top of the mountain from her garden. One day, as she was playing, she saw the dragon throwing out fire and rocks and making such a loud noise. She said that you have no manners, no one has taught you how to behave. And she thought that the dragon is living lonely, that is why he is having no manners. So her mother asked that, your sixth birthday is coming, whom do you want to invite on your birthday party? And she said that I want to invite that dragon, and she started climbing on the mountain. Her mother was calling her from behind saying, you are a silly girl, come back, the dragon will eat you. But she did not listen. Once she reached halfway of the mountain, she heard a huge roar and falling off the stone started. She came back. While his father was making list for the birthday party, he asked her that whom do you want to call again? She said that I want to invite that dragon, and she again started climbing the mountain. Fierce flame flew out of the dragon's mouth and almost touched Mei Ling's long black hair. She turned and ran back home before the dragon could burn her up. It was the day of Mei Ling's birthday, and again she said that I want to invite that dragon at my party. Once more she set off up the mountain. Her father called her back. Her mother begged her not to be so foolish. But she didn't listen. She climbed the mountain and said, I have come to invite you to my birthday party. The dragon suddenly stopped roaring, and it said in a gentle voice, nobody has ever spoken to me like that. You are kinder and braver than anyone I have seen. I will certainly come to your birthday party. You can climb onto my back. We'll go down the mountain together. As they went down the mountain, a cool blue ribbon of water appeared behind them. The river followed them all the way down to the village, and once again the village had cool, fresh water. Soon the trees grew back and the crops started growing. The people had plenty to eat, and everyone was happy again. And as of the dragon, it stayed in the village in China. People thought it as a symbol that brought good luck, and Mei Ling became a